then you had Ty Simpson going off the board right in the middle to the Jets. And, I'll be honest, that one would confuse me a little bit, Mel, because the Jets purposefully took a draft choice from Dallas not as soon as they could take it. They said put it in 2027. And when I saw that, I'm like, well, they're seeing what you're seeing. They're seeing that draft class at quarterback coming up next year. So you think they would maybe pull the trigger on Ty Simpson now? What's your evaluation of this kid, Mel?
Well, I can't project trades in that mock. So
Sure.
You think about where the Jets are picking at 16. Will somebody be in a position that they like him enough to move up? Probably not. So you think, okay, he'll be there at 16. Will they take him? They took Joe Namath out of Alabama, Richard Todd out of Alabama. Will they go that route again? Do they think highly enough of Ty to move forward with him, knowing that next year, as you said, with those 3 first-round picks, they could be scaring Arch Manning and Dante Moore right in the face. And ironically, when I put Dante Moore to Jets, Jet fans were scared. We don't want him based on the way he finished. Well, they're going to want him next year after he has a great year with the Oregon Ducks. I can guarantee you that, Rich. But to the point about the quarterback, Ty Simpson, if you saw him up until mid-November, all right, 22 touchdowns, 2 picks, around 70% completion percentage. Now, he did have some fumbles starting around that area, 5 fumbles lost in 5 straight games, then 1 in the game against Indiana. But he was on point for the first almost 3 quarters of the season, right? And they were talking about top 5 overall. Some were saying QB1. Now, all of a sudden, he can't play. So there's got to be some balance there in the evaluation. I think when you get down to Pittsburgh, where Field Yates had him going in his mock, or the Rams late in the first round, if the Rams get a corner, like Jermod McCoy, who didn't play this year because of the knee injury, he checks out okay medically. Jermod McCoy, corner Tennessee, or Mansour Delane, corner Virginia Tech, with that first-round pick for the Rams. Then Ty Simpson at the end of the first round to be the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford for Sean McVay. If he believes enough in Simpson, and Stafford's going to be there to help him, because, hey, why not help a young quarterback coming in? He's going to be your heir apparent. So for me, the Rams may be the good fit, the best fit for Ty Simpson, if in fact he's there near the end of the first round.
Reason why Jets fans are telling this to you, Mel, not that you need me to interpret, is because they think Dante Moore is the one who told them, I don't want you first. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think. That not to get too deep into the minds of a Jet fan. Before I let you go, the question that I have, it's a copycat league. The Seattle Seahawks winning it all with Darnold and this defense. What do you think is going to be the ripple in the draft pond this year based on John Schneider and Mike McDonald's success with this roster? Mel.
Well, again, I said Sam was the man with the Jets. And Daniel Jones said, I was asked, which one of these is going to be the best? I said, it's a push. I like them. Well, Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold, see what happened there. So I say organizations ruin these young quarterbacks more than these young quarterbacks are bust on their own. So I think, and just to go to Seattle, Rich, how about Nick Emanwari?
Right.
John Schneider gets him in the early second. You're at the combine, right? Didn't Emanwari have an unbelievable combine?
He
on the heels of a really good year.
Yep.
So you got the production, the performance, the tape, and the great. He went in the second round, Rich. So this notion that if you're great at the combine, you had a heck of a year, you're going to get this big bump up. Nick Emanwari went in the second round, and he was a key guy on the defense side, one of the best defensive rookies in the league. So for me, hey, the combine, Jacob Parrish dropped to the third round. He had a great combine out of Kansas State, went in the third round to Tampa Bay, great year. Kyle Hamilton didn't run great, dropped to 14. So there's I always say there's nothing automatic about good or bad at the combine, pro days. Like I say, nothing you can mark down and say this is going to happen based on that, because we get surprises every year.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.